Hi everyone, welcome back to Sugar Mama TV, your financial coach, counselor and creator. Now, since starting this channel only a few weeks ago, I have been inundated with emails requesting help on how to budget, what budgeting is, what's the best way of budgeting. So, as promised, I'm putting together this video especially for you. Now, budgeting is a lot like going to the dentist. We put it off for as long as possible, and we know that something's not right, and we think, oh no, it'll be fine, we'll just put it off for a few more weeks or a few more months. But then deep down we know that the problem is actually slowly getting worse and worse. And then finally, we make that appointment, we go to the dentist, and the dentist discovers what's wrong and either fixes it or puts in place to fix the issue, and we have a huge sense of relief and know that, comfort knowing that we've got a solution coming to us. And then we sort of wonder, why did we put off going to the dentist in the first place? We should have seen them ages ago and the problem would have not escalated to the point that it has. So budgeting is a lot like that. Now, there's no wrong or right way to budget. Everyone's got their own sort of personal style and taste, and whatever works for you is the right thing. But most of my clients use a budget template that I actually designed myself, and they find it really helpful for just tracking their expenses and understanding what their cost of living is, because once you know what your cost of living is, you can then work out, well, how much can we save, how much can we invest, how much debt can we get out of, how quickly can we get out of that debt. So my two budgets that I've designed, one is for a single young person that doesn't have any sort of major household expenses. It's called my double income no kids budget. And then I have a second budget, which is a family budget, which has all sorts of childcare costs and nannies and nappies and things like that. So if you want a copy of either of my two budgets, make sure you subscribe to my channel and go to sugarmama.tv and contact me through the contact me page, and I will email you either of the budget templates that you need. But look, let me show you how you use my budget template, and so you can use it, download it and use it yourself and get back on track with organizing your money. Now, when you want to sit down and do this, you really need to sort of block out a good solid hour. It's a very confronting experience because you realize how much the cost of living really is. We always downplay in our minds what we really need to survive, to live and to live comfortably. So to some of my clients, I even recommend that they do it with one glass of wine in their hand so that it's not too disturbing. Okay, so this is the double income no kids budget. It's really easy to use. So what you simply do is put in your salary, and it's your net salary. So for example, say you make you clear $1,000 per week after tax. You just put in $1,000 like this, and then select weekly. Oops, I put 10,000 in. That would be nice. And then it will give you your net pay. Now, I'm assuming that you don't earn any passive income or you receive any other income sources, so we'll just leave all the income sources blank. I'm going to assume, for example, you pay rent of say $250 per, and we select week. So that then tallies it up here for you. Scroll down the list, home expenses. Now if you're renting, you obviously don't have council rates or land rates or water, but you will most likely have electricity bill. And normally on average an electricity bill is around about $250 per quarter. So you just select, enter in the amount, and then select, well, I don't actually have quarterly in here, I have monthly, so maybe it will adjust it to call it $100 per month. And then you go through and add in all your expenses accordingly. So you might have home and contents insurance, which is normally about $70 per month, depending who you go through. So again, just enter in all this information here for you. Foxtel, call it $100 per month. Petrol, depends obviously how much you drive, but say, I think I spend about $50 per week on petrol. Parking fines, got one the other day, $250, but it's very rare for me to get a parking fine, so we'll just put that as yearly. cabs, probably $100 a month on cabs for weekends. So it all just kind of tallies it all up here. Go through and put your lunch money. You might spend, say, $10 a day on lunches. You might have a pet, so you might want to enter in vet bills and things like that. Any education expenses, magazines, private health cover. That for, what's that say? Call it $150 or $160 a month. Mobile phone, $130 per month. Cosmetics, maybe $200 per month. Dry cleaning, probably $15 per week, because I hate washing and I hate ironing. Going out, alcohol, say $100 per week. Socialising, I love catching up with friends for dinner, so I'd probably say another $100 per week. Holidays, again, very personal, depends on whether you're going overseas or staying in Australia. Gym membership, I'm a member of Virgin Active Gym, which is an amazing gym. It's $120 a month. So now that I've entered in all my living expenses, I can actually now see how much money is left over, if there isn't any money left over at all. And fortunately in this example, I have potentially the ability to save, according to this, $3,300 a year, which is great. But if I want to start investing and I want to start taking my financial situation more seriously and building realistic financial independence for myself, I might think that $3,300 a year is not enough to save, or I think I can potentially save more. So what I'll do is, now that I've entered in all my living expenses, I can actually go back and look at a few things and go, well, you know, is there anything here I can potentially cull? For example, I might decide that I'm going to maybe cut Foxtel, or I'm going to go onto a cheaper Foxtel package, and I'll go down to a $50 a month package, which then frees up my savings, and now I'm closer to almost $4,000 a year in savings. I also might decide that I'm going to cut out, I'm going to cut down a little bit of, not spend so much money on alcohol, so I might say cut that down to say $70 a week. That then increases my savings now up to $5,500 a year, which is much, much better. I might decide to call up my mobile phone provider and see if there's any cheaper packages or contracts available. And I actually did this the other day, and I managed to get my contract down from $130 a month to $80 a month, which is a great savings. So now my savings is increased from just over $3,300 up to $6,000 a year, which is fantastic. That means I can now set up a regular savings plan where I put, say, $500 per month into my separate special savings account and use that money to potentially invest, or if I had debt, I could use it to actually get out of debt faster. So with this information, you can, if you are in debt, what I recommend you do is go through each individual expense and question whether you appreciate it, whether you use it, and whether you value it. If you don't, you either need to cut it out completely or reduce it. So this is a very empowering tool. It will give you a great idea of your real cost of living, and if you are in deficit, you'll be able to sort of quickly address that and start creating the savings that you need to get out of debt, or to start saving and to potentially start investing. Okay, so one thing about budgeting and being a financial advisor, I'm definitely not the fun police. If there's something in your budget that you really like, keep it in there. I'm not someone to judge on how someone spends their money, whether they like to spend money on makeup or whether they like to spend their money on art or shoes. That's completely up to you. It's as long as you value, love, appreciate, and respect that. That's the most important thing. So there's no judgment for anyone's budget expenses. I see all sorts of different budgets, and as long as they're working for you, that's the most important thing. So that's my budget for you. As I said, you can go to my website and contact me, and I'll email it to you directly. I'm also available for one-on-one Skype consultations, which I'll do a video about shortly. And you are welcome to share the budget templates with whoever you want that will think will benefit from this. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video soon. Bye.